First of all, Your Excellency, Secretary General of the United Nations, His Excellency Mr. Antonio Guterres, thank you very much for meeting with us today in the middle of your very busy schedule. I understand you flew 20 hours from Baku, so I really appreciate this meeting. We really appreciate, respect, and support your consistent stand to uphold international peace, international justice, international law. This is really uplifting for us that you are consistent in this. And for us, your stand on many of the issues of concern in this present situation, especially the issue of food security, poverty, the issue of human rights violations, violations of international law, especially in Palestine. And we reaffirm Indonesia's commitment to support all United Nations efforts, and we are willing to support. For instance, we are on record as saying that we will support peacekeeping forces in the event there's a possibility of ceasefire and the need for internationally mandated peacekeeping forces. We are ready to provide the forces. So I also thank you for your letter of the issues that you want to discuss. As you know, in the issue of global climate change, we are very committed. We are very ambitious. I plan in my new administration to go completely 100% renewable and green. And we hope that we can achieve this within 10 years, but on several issues we can go faster. For instance, we have already developed the technology to make diesel oil from plants, from palm oil, diesel oil. And we are also now developing to produce benzene, gasoline from palm oil, but the economic cost is still not attractive. So we have to find a new, better procedures. But we hope maybe in 2-3 years we can get an economically attractive to get gasoline from plants. And renewables, we have a lot of geothermal. I think Indonesia is very blessed. We are the largest reserves of geothermal energy in the world. I think about 60% of geothermal energy is in Indonesia. We have also, of course, abundant solar energy. Solar energy, I think the photovoltaic panels and electricity from solar energy is very attractive because we are very dispersed. We have a lot of islands, 17,000 islands, but we are committed and we are very optimistic. We are very bullish on this transition to a green energy. So once again, Secretary General, we support you. We are inspired by you, by your committed stand for international peace and international law, and we hope if we can support you in more ways, we are very willing to do so. Thank you very much, Secretary General.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, I want first of all to say that Indonesia is for us an extremely strategic, valuable partner. We see eye to eye with Indonesia in relation to the crucial aspects that we face in today's world. Indonesia was very active in the Summit of the Future, and in the recognition that we live with multilateral institutions that correspond to the world of 1945, when Indonesia was not yet independent, and when many other countries were not yet independent. And so, at the level of the Security Council and at the level of the international financial institutions, they still correspond to a world that no longer exists. And we need to adapt them on the name of justice, on the name of equity, in order to correspond to the present economy and to the present geopolitical situation. And that means that the role of countries like Indonesia, that is emerging as an extremely important international partner, is for us vital in our efforts to bring more justice, more equity, and more capacity of the international system to support developing countries that still are the victims of an unjust, unfair, and outdated system that has led many of them to be drowning in debt, many of them not to have the resources necessary to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, many of them not having the resources to protect their own populations against the impacts of climate change. And so there is a reform of the Security Council and the reform of international financial institutions in which we see eye to eye with Indonesia, and Indonesia has played a very important role in the Summit of the Future, and we want to go on working closely with Indonesia in the preparation of future reforms.